Long ago, there lived a sailor named Lemuel Gulliver. He once said, "My father had a small estate in Nottinghamshire, and I was the third of 5 sons." Ever curious, he became a traveler of seas and lands unknown. One stormy night, as Gulliver's ship battled the roaring ocean, the wind howled like a monster, and the waves crashed like thunder. The sea grew furious, as he would later write. The wind was so strong that we were driven quite out of our course. At last, poor Gulliver was hurled into the sea. For hours he drifted, clinging to broken wood, until at dawn he reached a strange shore. Exhausted, he collapsed on the sand and fell into a deep sleep. When Gulliver awoke, he could not move. He felt tickles on his arms, and to his amazement, tiny people, no bigger than dolls, were marching across his chest. They had tied him with ropes, pegged his hair to the ground, and shouted bravely, "Hikeen to go! Stay still, Man Mountain!" But Gulliver only smiled kindly. In a soft voice, he said, "Fear not, little ones. I mean you no harm." The people blinked in wonder. Never before had they met a giant so gentle. At last, they cut the ropes and set him free. The villagers, curious but cautious, brought him baskets of fruit and bread. Gulliver laughed heartily. He needed 100 baskets just for a snack. Soon the children climbed upon his arms and shoulders, sliding down with giggles as if he were a living playground. To honor their new guest, the tiny king held a grand parade. Trumpets blared, banners waved, and horses no bigger than rabbits trotted proudly. Gulliver bowed with respect. He wished to be useful, and when a wall of the city broke, he lifted heavy stones with ease. "The strength of this Man Mountain is greater than 100 of our soldiers," the people cheered. Gulliver played games with the children, tossing their marble-sized ball gently, filling the fields with laughter. But one day, a terrible danger appeared. A great bird swooped down from the sky, its wings casting a shadow over the village. The people screamed in fear. Gulliver leapt up, waving his arms mightily, until the bird screeched and flew away. The kingdom was safe. That night, the villagers held a feast in his honor. Tiny dancers twirled, music filled the air, and fireworks lit the sky like falling stars. The little king placed a golden crown in Gulliver's palm and said, "You have been both our protector and our friend." Yet Gulliver's heart longed for home. He spoke gently, "I must sail again." With their help, he built a boat, small for him, yet mighty for them. At sunrise, Gulliver set sail. The people stood by the shore, waving tiny flags, crying out, "Farewell, friend giant, come back again!" And so Gulliver's great adventure ended, but he carried with him a lesson that would never fade. No matter how big or small, true friendship can bridge all worlds.